Will Landis with the Northeast Ohio Media Group, and I'm joined by the Strongsville Mustangs football team. To my left, we have Coach Larry Laird, quarterback Bobby Cole, defensive end Austin-Platt. Coach, your first year in Strongsville, what's the transition been like for you?
The kids the key to any transition whenever you're taking over a new program is, are the kids going to buy what you're selling? And thus far, these guys have been buying what we're selling as a coaching staff and have been very pleased with the progress going on.
Short off season for you. Obviously, you like to have more time. Can you talk about the difficulties that presents?
Yeah, it'd be nice if the season started in November.
Yeah.
I'm sure these guys don't think that. But yeah, with short off season, the nice thing is we had a couple of coaches that stayed on for us and had the weight room program already going before I got there and took the job. So that has been a big plus, and very appreciative of those two gentlemen that did that for us. That was Coach Peak and Coach Young on our staff.
Bobby, with a new head coach coming in, what have some of the adjustments been for you guys as players, and what are some of the differences you're noticing?
Just a big comfort level with Coach Laird around. It's been very free flowing, and then more of a family atmosphere. Everyone's definitely getting along, and it's just a great atmosphere in the weight room and the practice field. Everyone's working hard, and everything's going smooth.
Also, when you go through a coaching transition, what kind of pressure, maybe not pressure, but responsibility does it put on the players to kind of keep the group intact when a new coaching staff comes in and make sure things mesh well?
I mean, it's hard. It's kind of hard on the players because when our last coach left, it was kind of just unexpected. No one was really expecting it, and it kind of hit us in the face. And then we just kind of had to keep working. We were waiting for a coach. And when we finally got one, we just tried to pick it up real fast, and it's going smooth so far.
All right, Coach, so let's look ahead to this 2014 season. What can people expect from the Mustangs offensively this year?
Well, the big thing is, we incorporated some of the stuff that Coach Jakes had done before, as far as playing downhill and playing some power football, but also, too, we're looking at some multiple sets. We're going to play maybe a little bit faster, see how that goes. The nice thing is we have a good returning senior class on both sides of the football. And as far as, for example, Bobby Cole here to my left is a 3-year starter. Mm-hmm. So that's a big advantage, especially coming in new, that you have those guys that are battle tested.
Mm-hmm. Bobby, Coach touched on it, 3rd-year starting quarterback. What's your comfort level like now heading into your season?
Now it's very comfortable. You still get the jitters after every first play, but after that it's time to go. But being a 3rd-year starter, it really does help as opposed to someone coming in 2nd year, 1st year, especially as a senior, playing upper-level talent up here in Cleveland. So it's definitely a big advantage.
Austin, let's talk about the other side of the ball, the defense. What can people expect from the Strongsville defense in 2014?
Pretty physical. Our defense, I'd say our number one aspect is we're a physical defense. And there's not much that's changed because we have the same defensive coordinator, so we're just going to keep getting better, playing faster, hitting harder.
Coach, what would you identify as the strong point of this team at this point?
Austin just touched on it. We're key on physicality. Okay. We want to play physical. The veteran leadership that our kids have thus far shown has been key to our off season, and we should be able to hit the ground running come August 1st. So very excited about that. But the big thing is we want to play downhill and play physical.
And then an area in which you'd like to see the most improvement over the next couple of weeks, what would that be?
Well, with the short off season, not having many days to work in the summer and everything else, is picking up everything that I want us to be able to run off from an offensive standpoint. Our defense is definitely ahead of our offense right now because we do have the same defensive coordinator, and we have kept that pretty much intact. I thought that that was a key for me when I met with Coach Peak, is that he was already on board with what I like to do defensively, and that is a 3-4 system. So, and we have 8 returning starters back on the defense, if I remember correctly. So that is a big strength. Our offense, on the other hand, we're picking up the new system. Yeah. But I think we've had a real good off season as far as used our days wisely during the summer, and look forward to incorporating everything come Friday.
Yeah. Bobby, who are some of your teammates on the offensive side of the ball that we should be looking out for?
We have our skill positions are very agile, very athletic. Drew Robertson as a wide receiver and Dominic Lombardo as a running back, both returning starters, and then Zach Kahn coming in as well. He'll be a junior running back. And then also you got to give credit to the offensive line. Can't do anything without them. So you got starters coming back in like Zach Dye, Alex Uhas, Trevor Salvage, Vince Galassi coming up big as a sophomore last year. Gonna be a big junior to watch out for. So a lot of returning experience coming back.
And then Austin, on the defensive side, give me some guys we should be looking out for.
We got Richard Floyd, outside linebacker, and he's playing a little DN too. Zach Hahn at safety, he plays both ways. He did a real good job at safety for us last year. Kylan Bailey, our middle linebacker, and Alex Zacharias, our outside linebacker.
All right, and Coach, we'll end on this. Northeast Ohio Conference, always tough. Talk about the difficulties that playing in this league presents.
No, there's no off week. I mean, that's the part of the reason I was attracted to the job. You know, as coaches, we are competitive by nature, and there isn't a better public school league in the state of Ohio than what we play in, and it gets even tougher after this year when we leave the NOC and have the new GCC. But you know, Mentor's always going to be good. Like I tell our kids, you know, we're not that far away when you think about it. You know, at the halftime last year, I believe the game was tied against Mentor, and you know, Mentor got the better of them in the second half. But you know, Mentor goes to the state finals. So I think that, you know, Mentor's going to be good. Solon's always good, and Hudson, from what I understand, is got a lot of guys back. So we have our hands full, but we like to think though too that they're sitting there going, "Oh boy, we have to play Strongsville this week." So.
All right, well, we look forward to some exciting football out of you guys and out of the NOC as usual. Guys, thank you so much for joining me, and be sure to keep it tuned in to cleveland.com throughout the 2014 football season.